Huh?
Before we get started with this month's episode, we here at the New Generation would like to thank our sponsors for the support of the Fame Project. At Rome Little Theater, there's truly something for everyone. The theater features an exciting array of musicals, laugh-out-loud comedies, and engaging dramas on its main stage. Guests can also enjoy the monthly table read series, Play Space, where stories spring to life. Don't forget to check out the upcoming fall workshops available for actors of all ages through the Lights Up program. If you're looking to get involved and feel your passion for the arts, visit RomeLittleTheater.com for tickets, volunteer opportunities, and more information. At RLT, theater life is truly the best life. We would also like to thank the Rome Area Council for the Arts, MJ Chimpson at Hardy Realty, China Max, River City Bank, Georgia Highlands College, and Food Lion. Thank you.
We're supposed to clap.
Keep it going. Welcome back to the New Generation podcast. I'm Christian, and it's my co-host Dominic, and today we have two guests, Jaden Brown and Price Payne. Jaden, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a senior at Model High School. I play baseball, and I take ag.
Agriculture at the CCA?
Yes.
Price, tell us a little bit about you.
Med school sometimes. I own a business and that's about it. I like football.
Sponsor your business, might as well.
Oh yeah. Payne's Hauling and Drunk Removal. That's my business.
Today's episode, we're going to talk about football, specifically college football. We're going to be comparing older players to newer players, seeing like how the game has changed and whatnot. So, Jaden, what do you think the main difference, just overall, is the difference between college football now versus college football, let's say like 40 years ago?
I would have to say it's very different. One of those things being, I think they don't take it as serious as they used to. I think a bunch of things have changed in the game.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
They just go where the money is now.
Yeah, with NIL and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Do you think NIL has affected the newer players? Or do you think, like, if they had NIL back in the day, would it be any different?
Back then, I don't really think it would have been as more money as I have right now. I think it's actually insane how you can get millions of dollars as you're in college, depending on how much the coach offers you. I think it's just bullcrap.
That kind of takes away the drive to get to the NFL. If you already are making all this money in college, it's like, what's the point? You know?
There's no point. I agree.
I'll keep going.
Alright. Price, do you think college players getting to the league is harder or easier now than it was like 20, 40 years ago?
I mean, I don't know if it's really harder or easier. I think it's more like, do the kids even care about, if you're making $10 million in college, are you really going to try hard?
To the actual league.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's more of like, it's harder or easier to get into the NFL now than it was back then. I think it's more like, I don't know.
Do you think like the loyalty to teams has changed? Because like you have people entering the transfer portal all the time, like leaving their schools. Do you think like that trust and loyalty to a team has changed a lot over the years?
Yeah, I think so. I think you could commit to a team and then another team offers you $5 million and they'll just leave. So.
You have any thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree with Price. I mean, it's just crazy how you have no loyalty to a team. You can go to a team for 2 years and then get an email or call from a coach offering more money than you signed for, and then just go for the money.
Does that take pleasure away from the viewer? Does that like affect how you guys watch the games at all?
Oh, 1,000%. You can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah.
Is it more about like branding yourself? I guess that's what you would call it. Like, I see college football players on commercials all the time now, and I feel like that wasn't really the case like 20 years ago or something like that. Do you think that has affected the game?
There's a bunch of factors to it, but that is definitely a factor. It's just, it's like we said. I just feel like the players are just for the money. Like that's all they want. They don't care about how they actually want to play.
Mm-hmm. And kind of like you were saying with the commercials. I feel like some of them just want to be more famous than they do, rather than how good they play.
Do you have any players you can use as an example for that?
Ryan Williams, 1,000%.
Yeah, that's a good example.
What was his name? For the Alabama quarterback, Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Was that his name? I saw him on like every single commercial. Like even during the Super Bowl, he was on the commercial.
Yeah, Bryce Young, I feel like he's a good player. I mean, I don't feel like he was in it for the money because he's really loyal to Alabama.
Yeah.
But he might have done the commercials, but I feel like he's not as in it for the money as Ryan Williams is and for the fame. Because like you scroll on TikTok and you see 18,000 Ryan Williams edits. Like that's all you see. Or him dancing on TikTok. Like that's just you don't see a bunch of Georgia players doing that. Or a bunch of Auburn players, like you said. You know, Ross can back me up.
Yeah, and he's so young that it's like I don't know if he's really loyal to Alabama or if they're just paying him so much. You know, and he's 18, I think, or something like that. He's so young. You know, wherever the money is, he's just gonna go.
Yeah.
Because I mean.
So you guys think it's like a case-by-case scenario where it comes to money versus actually playing? So you don't think it's like, would it be like affect the players as a whole or just like certain players?
I feel like certain players. I mean,
because you have to be really good to be getting paid that much and being on commercials.
Yeah. I mean that's definitely a factor. But I mean, like you said, like I mean, most players are in it for the money, but there's some players I feel like that are still dedicated to the game for the game and not just for the money.
What teams do you guys root for when it comes to college football?
Go Dogs.
How about them Dogs, maybe?
Georgia? I've always been a USC fan, but do you think, how do you think the Georgia Bulldogs have changed over the years? Do you think they're better now than they've ever been?
No. I miss the 21 team. That was the best team we ever had. And 2017.
Is that when they won the national championship?
Yeah.
The team was stacked.
Do you think if you go even further back, there were better teams than that team?
2017. That was they called it the dream team.
That was definitely the year.
Yeah,
that was a good year. Did Georgia win it that year?
We beat Oklahoma in that Rose Bowl. And I know because I was there. We beat them on that last touchdown run.
Yeah.
And then we played Alabama and lost like the seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Do you think the Georgia fan base as a whole appreciates the team more now than maybe they did back in the day? Because I knew Georgia wasn't always as good as they are now because they're the powerhouse of the SEC. Is that what we call it? SEC?
Yeah.
And so do you think like the fan base has changed with it? You think more people are starting to like the team?
I mean, I think so. I think some people are a little cocky now too. But I mean, you can't really be too cocky now because we're good, but you know, for some reason we don't show up for certain games like we should. I don't know why. But.
Yeah, I had a question. Since you guys are Georgia fans, what's this whole Alabama rivalry?
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. Like I'd love for us to beat them, but at the same time, it's like it's like Tennessee trying to beat us. Tennessee can't ever beat us, and it's like us trying to beat Alabama. It's just like any other rivalry. It's just two SEC powerhouses, and everybody blows it up.
Is that just a mental thing?
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
I feel like you go into that week as a Georgia player and you're thinking, like, we're going to beat Alabama. Like, that's just a thought mindset. And then you get on the field and it's just like, I don't know.
It's like we have enough physicality to beat them, but it's like
a mental block.
That's what I was going to say.
Mental block.
It's like a mental block. They just beat us for so many years. It's like, are we ever going to beat them? That's what it feels like.
How long has this rivalry been a thing for? Like
over 40-something years.
Oh, ages.
How do you think it's changed throughout that time? Like this rivalry? Because I thought I saw that Alabama's won more games. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
They definitely have more games over Georgia. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But it definitely, year by year, I feel like it only gets better and better.
Yeah. I mean, the past couple of games have been really good.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, we have enough talent. We should have been this year. And, some people aren't going to like this, but, we should have beat them last year. We should have beat them this year. But it's just like we were saying, it's just like a mental block. We get in, like, we have that mindset we're going to beat them, before the game. And we get in that stadium, and it's like,
We shut down.
yeah, it's like we played terrible.
You have anything to add to that, Dominic?
I want to say, do you think the teams changed, like, the older generation versus the newer generation? Like, are they more disciplined on and off the field, stuff like that?
I don't think so. I mean, it's like Price said, you go back to 2017 with those guys, like Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel, and you go back and you just think of how hard they ran the ball and cared for the team, how they put themselves first. Nowadays, I mean, it's like we were talking about earlier. I mean, you don't see Georgia posting much like the players talking about money or NIL. I feel like either way, they're really loyal to the team or they're not. I mean, take Carson Beck as an example. Carson Beck leaves Miami or Georgia to go to Miami for a girl, cheats on her, and then plays at Miami for the money, and then he getting paid more money. And he had a podcast the other day I saw where he said he was more disciplined at Miami because of the money than he was at Georgia.
You got anything to say about that?
I mean, I kind of agree with what, it's kind of what I was going to say about Carson Beck. I was going to say the same thing. I mean, he's a good QB, but played like trash when he was with us. Except for a couple games, he popped out a little bit, but for the most part, he played awful. I mean, he would throw like 3 interceptions a game, which was like the lowest of the low. I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
Averaging 3 interceptions a game.
Something like that.
At least
two or three at least.
Yeah, he threw at least one every game. Yeah, I mean, you go watch his film at Miami. You can tell he's just a different player.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good for him. It's maybe that's just what he needed. But I don't know.
Something I saw online a couple of times is Georgia's infamous players speeding. Has that always been the case, or is this just like new thing that Georgia players just love to go over the speed limit?
That was just new over the past like year or 2 or 2 years, because they didn't used to be like that. But I don't know why all of a sudden
You think it's because of NIL that they're getting faster cars?
I mean,
probably
that's
because they
definitely a
have
factor. That's definitely a factor to it. But I mean, drunk obnoxious Georgia fan. I mean, what can you say?
That's true.
What else is there to say about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia definitely has one of the craziest fan bases. Like, I'll go outside at night to take my dog out when a Georgia game's happening, and I'll just hear people screaming. Like, I always hear ref, ref, ref. Do you think college football really comes down to the refs at the end of the day? Do you think there's a lot of bias?
It depends.
I mean, there's right and there's wrongs. I mean, you can go on YouTube and look up videos of bad calls that should have been called that weren't called, but you can't really determine a game by a ref. You can't lose a game and blame it on the ref because that's just lack of discipline.
Yeah.
You've gotta learn that your team lost because of the team, not because of the refs.
I agree with what you're saying, but also there's some calls that are just so bad. Like, I mean, you can see it, like even before they play the replay, just on the regular TV screen, you can see the play and the foul, and the refs just sometimes don't call it.
I see mess ups a lot when it comes to face masks.
Yeah.
I see a lot of bad calls when it comes to that when I do watch college football.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Bryce, I want to ask you one question. I know this ain't my podcast. What do you think about the 12-team playoff? What are your thoughts on that?
I like it. I saw something they were going to move to 16 next year, but I like the 12-team playoffs. Just because, I mean, I do and I don't. Because, I mean, you give teams that, Penn State was ranked high at the beginning of the year. Now
they're not even top
they're-
25.
Yeah.
Hi.
But, like, if they can play good, they might get back in the top 12.
We can pull the top 25.
And, you can give teams like, who's up there, Illinois, teams like that, Penn State, who are ranked, 12, 11, 10, 9, stuff like that, play, give them a chance. The thing is, when they're ranked 12, they play number 1. It's like the bottom and the top, so they're just going to get killed. But
Yeah, could you maybe explain the 12-team and 16-team playoff? What would that mean to the people who may not know at home?
So basically, if you're ranked number 12, you're going to play number 1.
So kind of like the NBA.
Yeah.
It's like we say 12-team playoffs, but it's 12 seeds. It's like you're ranked from the highest to the lowest, depending on your win rate and your basically high school, like your region, like how many region wins you have. Like there's different divisions. Like there's SEC, ACC, Big Ten,
Big Ten,
Big Ten,
Pac-12,
Pac-12, And it's all just like I mean, like Price said, there's ups and downs to the 12-team playoff. I mean, you got a number 12 seed playing a number 1 seed, which is incredible when you got a 12 seed team like upsetting a number 1 team.
Yeah, that changes the whole
That changes
playoffs.
the whole playoffs. And then you got a Big Ten team playing an SEC team that's never happened besides the playoffs. Like regular season, that you'll never see that. But I mean, I feel like there's ups and downs. But the downside, I just feel like teams just don't try as hard as they used to. Like I remember, like if Georgia, like if we still had the 14 playoff like we have like right now, I feel like when Georgia lost to Alabama a few weeks ago, Georgia wouldn't be in the playoffs because they had a loss.
Yeah.
So I feel like teams aren't trying as hard to their full potential as they should when it comes down to stuff like that.
I just think football is one of the craziest sports just because it's one game. You get one game to beat that team and move on. But it's like an NBA, you can get up to 7 games to play. But if it's one game, your best players not playing well, someone gets injured, then it's like completely changes the game. It's crazy. That's with football. Because a 12 seed could upset a 1 seed, and then all of a sudden it's a completely different series.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like the 12-team playoffs, because you get to get teams like maybe Missouri. You give them a chance to play somebody like Miami, who is ranked top 3 now or something like that. And if they upset them, they very much could right now.
Yeah.
Or Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt looks decent. Georgia Tech, they look decent this year. Just teams like that, you give them a chance to play a team that in the regular season could, just destroy them. So.
Yeah. You have any questions, Tom?
I want to see, what do you think about, you think the coaches of these teams have anything to do with how the players play and their attitudes?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I think it really just depends on how hard the coach pushes the child or the kid in practice.
But what if, like, say it could be like off the field or something, but the coach and the player has a disagreement on something, or just anything like disagreeing on?
That's definitely a big factor to college football because, you got so many players and you got one coach. You got one coach watching the game, but one kid can come out and act a fool on the sideline because he got taken out. I think that's definitely a big factor on the discipline. I think really it's just how the coach runs the practices and disciplines the kid.
You guys consider that?
There's only so much a coach can do, really. At the end of the day, it's really on the players to have the right mindset and discipline. But, the coaches can always yell at the kids, kind of tell them what to do, but really at the end of the day, it's just up to the players themselves. So.
How do you agree with these standings currently? You have OSU number 1, Miami 2, Oregon 3. Is that Missouri? Or Ole Miss at 4, and Texas A&M and all in the top 5, and Georgia is just outside or is number 10.
Yeah.
Where's USC at? Not on here. No, USC is looking really good this year.
Yeah, I could agree with
from the Caleb Williams era, which Caleb Williams is my favorite player, but they had no O-line then, so that's why he had to do all these crazy plays all the time. But now, it's a really good team.
I have a question for Bryce. Have you seen the top 12, the AP poll? Would you like to look?
I saw it on Instagram, but I don't remember what it was.
How do you feel about Georgia Tech being 5-0 and they're not in the top 12? But you got Tennessee at number 12 at 4-1.
Well,
they lost to Georgia, which is a really good team to lose to.
But you got to think, Georgia Tech, when's the last time they've been 5-0 in the season?
like 12 years ago.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's hard to say because some of these teams haven't played anybody yet.
Yeah, like Texas Tech. Who have they played?
Nobody. And like Texas A&M, I'm not sure they've really played anybody.
I don't think so.
And like Ole Miss, they've played some people, but they're ranked up there at the top. We play them at home in Athens next week, so
is that a top 10 matchup?
it will be if we don't lose this weekend.
Is it common for teams to go, how many games are in a college season?
12.
that count?
Yeah.
Is it common for people to go 12-0?
No.
It's
It's
not
hard,
very
very
common.
hard.
It's very hard because, like I said, I mean, you got upsets. Like, you got like, small colleges that'll pop out of nowhere and beat like Alabama or
Like
somebody like
Vanderbilt.
that, or Vandy.
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago, wasn't it Tennessee that beat Alabama? That was like a huge upset.
It was a very huge upset. They actually tore down the goalpost.
Yeah, I remember watching that live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vanderbilt beat them last year.
Yeah,
Is that at home?
it was that
Yeah.
one. Price, what are your thoughts on the Auburn game this week?
Yeah, it's at Auburn. That that stadium's. I've been there twice. That stadium's loud, but I think we're gonna beat them, but I'd like to say that about every game too. So
It just depends. I feel like our defense just has to be there.
Yeah.
There's just no option.
for some reason, the past couple of years, including this year, we just can't tackle in the backfield. I don't know why. We just don't wrap them up and bring them to the ground for some reason.
I think Georgia's ranked 150th for the sacks.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we have one sack this year.
I think we have one.
Really?
That's it. We've been
Yeah.
top 5 at least every year.
I thought Georgia was like one of the best like defenses. Like
It
all
was.
around.
I mean, that's another thing to talk about. I mean, Georgia's defense in the past, 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, like 21 and 22, when we won those back-to-back national championships, we were
Our defense was top.
ranked number one.
Dude, those guys were massive. You're at the defense.
I mean, you weren't going to really get anything past them.
I mean, yeah, you had a few first rounders like Jalen Carter and all them.
Yeah. What was it? Jordan Davis and
Jordan Davis.
He was like almost 400 pounds and like
Tate Ratledge.
Yeah, Tate Ratledge.
Yeah, Tate.
He was good.
He's good. He got drafted this past year.
So you think the defense is taking a decline?
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, I could tell last year after all those guys got drafted that we were not as good as we were. I mean, we were still good, but if we could just tackle, we'd be really good. But for some reason, we can't.
I feel like they're just not as aggressive as they were in the 21 team.
Yeah.
The 21 team was so aggressive. You had, there's 11 people on the field, 12?
Yeah.
Or 11? You have 11 red jerseys on one ball. Now you watch a Georgia game and you got maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, or the guy's just wide open every single time.
I feel like our secondary is just not where it should be. And I feel like if we fix that, it's a whole different game.
I mean, if our offense is locked in, we're great. But then our defense is going wrong.
So Georgia's more of an offensive team now. Or we're like in that 21 team you're talking about. Were they super balanced, or was there like a?
Oh, it was.
That was like, I mean, you can't get a more perfect team than that. Nothing got past the defense at all, and I mean hardly anything. And then the offense would score every single possession with the ball.
So do you think that Georgia team could beat the Alabama team with Bryce Young and what was his name? He plays on the Eagles now. That wide receiver who won
Devontae
Heisman.
Smith?
Yeah. Do you think that Alabama's team is beating
21?
Or whatever team they had? Devontae Smith, Bryce Young. They had a really good I remember that.
In
team.
21, was it Tua or Bryce?
With Bryce Young. I think the 21 team could do it.
I think you take the 21 team now and you put it in the SEC today, and you're 12 and 0.
Yeah. If we had
Back then, the same thing.
yeah,
12 and 0.
if we had that
Oh, they
same
were 12 and
team,
0?
They were 13 and 0,
yeah. Well, by the end of the season, we were 15.
15 and 0
Yeah.
because of the playoffs.
Okay. So you think that team's beating the Bryce Young, Devontae Smith, and they had like a bunch of other like really good players on that team. I mean, like that tight end. And there was that one Alabama team they had the Ravens running back.
Derrick Henry,
Derrick Henry. They had like a bunch of good players.
Jalen Waddle.
So you think that 21 Georgia team is the greatest college football team ever put together?
I think it's 50-50 because you take a look at Alabama's 21 team. They were stacked too. You take a look at 2020 LSU with Joe
Yeah.
Burrow and all
Yeah.
them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That team. That
Did they
was,
have Justin Jefferson at
that
that
was when
time?
they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a team. But I mean, you take a look at it. I mean, I feel like I feel like, the 21 team's been the most perfect team ever built out of Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're listing all those other teams from other years, and I mean, I can't think of another team that was more well-rounded than the 21 Georgia Bulls.
And then that's like before NIL. Like that's a prime example. Like we talked about NIL earlier. You take that 21 team, and nothing but NIL was mentioned ever with any team in college football.
I mean, they might have been making some money, but it wasn't from NIL. It was from other sponsorships or something.
Yeah. I had a question. I just completely forgot it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Like when it comes to college football teams, is it like how do I say it? How do certain teams become like powerhouses for football? Is it just like a cultural thing, like they've been like that for years, or like how does a school become like a
football
noble
school?
Yeah.
I feel like it's all mindset, and you take Vanderbilt or who was we talking? Georgia Tech as an example. They were known schools, but I feel like after this year, like I said, Georgia Tech, they're 5-0 right now. They have not done that in years. You take Vanderbilt, they're what, 4-1? They took a loss to who did they take a loss to? Last
Barely.
weekend?
Just barely. They almost beat them.
Yeah. You take it, like look at teams like that, and the way they're playing this year, they'll be like powerhouse schools next year for sure. Because you're not gonna take them for granted.
So it's the winning, like, but how are the team like just a random team that's decent at football but not really known for their football? How do they take that next step? Is it recruiting? Is it better coaching? Is it just advertising? People
Kind of like North Carolina, they got Bill Belichick now as their head coach. And, you know, he was head coach of the Patriots
Tom Brady
forever. Yeah. So I guess it's kind of one step. You know, you got to start with good coaching, and he's a great coach, and then from there you build from there.
Yeah, Colorado. I never heard of their football team until they had a star quarterback and that coach. Like they just kind of built that team, and now are top recruits going to Colorado?
Some of them.
You take a look, like that's a prime example of NIL money. You like Julian Lewis, for example, quarterback out of Carrollton, went to USC before any NIL deal was ever done. Was committed to USC forever. He reclassed one or 2 years, flipped his commitment to Colorado because of Coach Prime and NIL money.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember I got excited because there was a kid in Georgia who was going to go to USC, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. And then I heard he was not.
Yeah, I think it's all about the coaching. Maybe the recruitment has something to do, but you can take a 5-star and pair him up with a 3-star, and the 3-star is going to beat the 5-star every time. Just because the 3-star wants it more, I feel like, than the 5-star.
Yeah. Well, talking about like money and NIL and stuff like that. I think it was 2 years ago. It might have been last year. Ohio State's head coach Ryan Day. I think he had a team that was worth like almost $30 million. Basically, his whole team was 5 stars because he just paid them all.
What team was this?
Ohio State. And he basically just paid almost everybody, $5 million to come play for him, and their whole team was 5 stars.
Is that money coming from the coach, or is that coming from the school?
It can come from the coach or the university, or the players can have sponsors from, restaurants or whatever.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching, and big thanks to our sponsors, and thank you, Jaden and Bryce, for coming on.
I got one more thing to say. Back to the Georgia-Auburn game. Shout out Peyton Fannin and Copeland Ayers. $20 Georgia beats Auburn this week. That's all I got to say. $20.
You heard it here first. Thank you guys for watching.